Good morning, my weebs and gamers. Ooh, this feels weird. Good morning, guys. Good evening for all you Americans out there. Or I should say even good afternoon here in Japan. How you guys doing? Sup? Hello. Oh, feels good to be back. It's the movie maker. Windows Movie Maker? Yeah, I used to edit on that. Same movie maker, right? Oh, how's the premiere? Oh, we'll get to that. It's been a while. It's been a little bit of time since I last streamed, and I've been busy. Quite a lot has happened, and I think after everything, I did plan to stream earlier this week, but I think my body just gave out on me because I think I was ill yesterday. And I think it's just now that it seems like everything is almost done, my body's just like, bum. All right, I've gotten you through all of these months of work. now take a break. If you're not going to take a break, I'm going to make you take a break. On a scale of 1 to 100, how much better is Barn than Infinity Castle? I don't think the scale of 100 is enough. I think we should go all the way up to infinity, like Infinity Castle itself. Oh, man. Have you watched the Demon Slayer movie yet? No, I haven't. I already know Demon Slayer movie is probably going to be absolute cinema. It's still in cinemas here in Japan. I don't know when it's going to go out of cinema. Barn 1.0 plus 2.0 when? Let's go the full Ava route with everything. But it's been a while. I know, guys. Hello. I don't know if you remember my face, but nice to meet you again. I am Gigguk. I am Gant. I do have a job coming online and occasionally talking about anime. Can't wait for the barn rebuild. Oh, I know, right? I know. Don't worry, you'll get it in like 10 years. It'll be a movie that's going to be in the making for 10 years, and then suddenly it'll release it out of nowhere. Can't wait for your anime, bro. I'm so excited. Thank you very much. Thank you. I just got back. Well, it's been a few days, but I actually just got back from China, of all places. I had a short little trip to Shanghai, which kind of came very, very out the blue. So, had some adventures there, which I will tell you guys all about. Gone out here gonna make his own Redline movie with Barn. Bro, oh man. It's yeah, I also premiered my anime. That was something that happened in the past few weeks. That's where you got to meet the director of 2B Hero X. Yes, I did get to meet Howlin, director of 2B Hero X, and Link Click as well as a bunch of other stuff. So it's been a strange few weeks for me. It's been a very surreal few weeks. Also had my parents over as well, which I'm very, very thankful for. And I was taking care of them. They were absolutely dying in the Japan heat. I tried to warn them about the Japanese summers, and they're like, it's probably fine. We're coming from Thailand, and I don't think they've realized that flying to Japan in the summer, you know, when I went to Thailand for like that 1 week when I was filming some stuff there, it was nice and cool. I cooled down by going to Thailand from Japan. And after they came from Thailand to Japan, they were like, holy shit, this is unbearable. Hi, it's my first time joining the stream. Welcome. This is probably going to be a little bit more of a chill stream since it's been a while since I streamed. And I think I just forgot how to stream. I was like, what do I do on this stream? And I was like, I don't I don't know what I want to do on the stream. I did have an idea where this is, I don't know if it's going to be content or whatever, but I'll be asking for your manga recommendations. Mostly because I kind of realize how out of touch I am with the manga community and the up and coming, like, new hot manga, which is weird considering how up to date I am with the current anime community. So I was like, that might be a cool chance just for you guys to actually inform me for once. JJK Shippuden gang. Oh yeah, did the new JJK, the new season of JJK got announced, didn't it? No one talks about manga besides Shonen Jump. You say that, but then every time we go through an anime list, there's like we go to a new like anime being produced, and then so many comments are like, "Yo, I've been waiting for this manga to get adapted," and I'm like, I have never heard of this before in my life. Is there a Google form or something that we can submit recommendations to? Nah, this is more just going to be me looking at chat. Like I said, if I'm gonna actually turn this into content, I'll probably expand the recommendation, do a Google form where I ask on Twitter or something. From now, I'm just genuinely looking for more manga to read. We raw dogging it today, man. Oh. Are you watching this season's Chinese animations? I am watching a little bit. I'm trying to keep up with Lord of Mysteries. I've been mostly focusing on Howlin stuff since I just had a trip to Shanghai when I got to meet him. So I was catching up to 2B Hero X, catching up to Link Click. So Lord of Mysteries was a little bit on the back burner. But yeah, I've been honestly, I think every season I have like one or two Chinese shows that I try to catch up with and be current with. Read Rosen Garden Saga, but not on stream. It's so lewd. Okay, I will take that. I will note that during the manga recommendation segment of this video. Read Nukitashi, it's peak. You mean watch Nukitashi, am I right? So we actually have filmed the next episode of Trash Taste Anime Club. And normally we kind of like filter things down. We take a bunch of recommendations from Patreon and then we let the patrons vote for it. But this one time I vetoed all that because I saw the list of different recommendations we got and I was like, I don't want to leave it to a vote. Next Anime Club, we are going to be watching Nukitashi because I was like, we're not doing a vote for this one. It's Nukitashi. We're doing Nukitashi for the public recommendation. I need to see Joey and Connor's reaction to that. So that is going to be the next anime on Anime Club for Trash Taste. And oh boy, oh my lord, does Studio Passion bring the passion in absolutely everything that they do? Nukitashi Anime Club, wow, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's we actually watched it together for once. We didn't watch it individually. We just sat down in the Trash Taste office, and we just watched the first few episodes of Nukitashi, and then we recorded an episode on it. So that'll be out sometime, probably not. I don't know when that's scheduled to be out, but that'll be out sometime, I think next month. Are you currently reading a manga or not? The only manga I've been currently reading, which is kind of why I had the idea for, just to take a few manga recommendations. I've been trying to catch up with Dr. Stone. It's slow progress. It's not like I've been reading it every single day, but I've been reading it, and it's enjoyable. It is enjoyable. I want to see. Basically, the main reason for that is, I wanted to see how the fuck they got up to the current arcs. I'm on chapter 130 or chapter 140, so I got like about 100 chapters left. Basically, you had to start from the beginning because I realized I did not remember anything. anything. Are you taking manhwa recommendations? Sure, I'll do manhwa, whatever. Since we are getting a lot more adaptations outside of just Japanese manga, so we're not doing that right now, though, guys. But yeah, I just got back from Shanghai. I was there for a weekend, for just over a weekend, and even though I'm going to be making a vlog about it on my second channel, and I interviewed the creator of To Be Hero X and Link Click, it's not technically sponsored, and that's I know that's a weird thing. I know that's a weird thing, but essentially the reason I went there was because Hao Lin, the director and creator of Link Click and To Be Hero X, as I said, he personally invited me, and he wanted to show a little bit of the anime, gaming, and comics culture in China right now. And I was like, holy shit, a creator who I deeply respect is personally inviting me there to do a video and to hang out. You don't need to pay me. I'ma say yes. It's super fucking surreal. It was super surreal, and I literally needed to go, I think the day or the day after we premiered Barn, so it was a very busy week for me. Did you enter the actual studio? I did go to their actual studio, his personal studio, because he actually owns an animation studio. And yeah, this was really fucking surreal, because apparently this is like stars aligning, right? Because he was aware of me, because apparently he saw my original video on Link Click ages ago. If you don't remember, I made a video on Link Click ages and ages ago, years ago, and that got fan subbed and uploaded to Bilibili. And apparently, according to him, he was really thankful, because back then there was not as many eyes on Chinese animation, and I was one of the first notable foreigners talking about Chinese animation. And apparently that caused a little bit of an influx to new foreigners kind of like paying attention to his work and paying attention to Chinese animation in general. And so he always wanted to meet me. And then fast forward to a few months ago, I start talking about To Be Hero X on Trash Taste. I can't remember if it was part of an anime club or it was just a random segment, but there I talk about To Be Hero X and a little bit of Link Click on Trash Taste. That clip gets fan subbed on Bilibili once again, and he sees the clip once again, and he's just like, yo, shit, this is To Be Hero X is airing right now. I have an excuse to invite him over so we can do some content together, even though he is just one of the chillest dudes, and the main reason I think he wanted to do it was just to hang out. was just to hang out. And I was like, oh shit, look, I highly respect all the work he's done, especially some of the there's a lot to go through. Okay, there's a lot I want to talk about, because it was kind of mind-blowing going to China, because I had heard about it, what the anime gaming and comic space was like over China, but actually seeing it was just a whole nother level. So I went over to Shanghai, and the Bilibili team took care of me. The second main reason after meeting Howlin was I just wanted to try all of the food. I was like, okay, anime, gaming stuff, all right, that's cool. Let's just go to as many good restaurants as possible. Billy, hit me up with the good stuff. And so I was like, I ate like a fucking king over there. We had all of the Chinese food from all of the different, even though I say Chinese food, it was like there was no food where I had the same cuisine. We started off with like Shanghainese food, then we went to get some dim sum, hot pots, some Cantonese food as well. It was that was like okay, wait, you want me to film a vlog as well? Okay, well I think most of this vlog is gonna be food actually. And then they took me to some of the events and some of the malls that had like some normal malls and some malls that were basically very anime gaming centric. And I did not realize how intense the culture was over there. Like, holy shit. I actually think it was as intense, if not more, than going to Akihabara sometimes. There was this one mall where it was like just 6 floors of anime and gaming stores, and it was literally like going to one of the malls in Akihabara. And we went on just like a random weekday, and it was still busy as fuck. And I asked them, is there normally this many people? And they were like, no, this is a really quiet day. Normally, it's like shoulder to shoulder, this mall. And I'm like, holy shit, this is actually insane. And what I think was the most surprising thing was just the amount of collaborations that they had over there. That was the biggest thing that was surprising to me. I'm used to some like collab cafes popping up here and again here in Japan, some like pop-up exhibitions and stuff like that, but it's not like something that happens every single day. But when we went over there, we went to this random mall, and there was this massive JoJo exhibit on one side, and there were just like cosplays chilling out in a random mall. It was honestly like going to Anime Expo. there was this random JoJo exhibit, and then you go a floor down, and then there's this massive Mob Psycho 100 exhibit, and then you go to like a different space, and then there's this Hunter x Hunter exhibit, and then there's a manga exhibit of a manga that I had not even heard of. And I was talking to the people there, and they were like, yeah, this is just like this every single day of the year. This is one of the quiet days. And even on one of the quiet days, it honestly felt like going to an exhibition hall in Anime Expo with just like cosplays chilling out and just hanging out there. And we went on a random Thursday, man. Which areas did you go to? I will need to remember... I'll need to go back to the vlog to actually remember which areas they took me to. Did you get recognized over there? Yes, I did. That's what was most surprising. I was like, ain't nobody knows me in China, and I somehow still got recognized over there. I was like, what? How do you know who I am? This is super fucking weird. How have I never heard China was like that? They were so close, man. Yeah, I think it's just like the lack of content. The lack of content that, we get exposed to. But we went to, just walking down the street, there were so many collab cafes with different, mostly was like Chinese anime IPs. There was this huge cordon off section where you had like traditional Chinese buildings, like, it was kind of like reminded me of like old Shanghai. You had traditional Chinese buildings. And then they just paired all these traditional old Chinese buildings. It's like going to Kyoto, right? It's like going to the more traditional temple areas of Kyoto. But then you just see anime characters everywhere. You see anime being fucking plastered on the wall of these traditional Chinese buildings. it's and you see cosplayers everywhere. And I'm like, this is so fucking weird. You should have a Bilibili account and release videos in that platform with Chinese subs. Yeah, I mean, I never really considered it, but yeah, it definitely was surprising to me because obviously I knew about how big anime was there and how big Chinese anime was there, but I had no idea about the intensity of the fan base there. Super eye-opening. And we did not even get into this was like purely anime. I do not want to know how intense the I do not want to know how intense the gacha the gacha space there is, because I heard some stories about some collaborations. I think it was like when Hoyoverse or something collaborated with KFC or something, and Lord have mercy, I have heard some stories from the Hoyoverse employees about how much of a nightmare those collaborations can be to run. And now I fucking believe it. Now I believe it, man. Have you checked out the anime merch over there? I've heard everything's fairly cheap. Yeah, Yeah, I think the biggest surprise for me was there was officially licensed anime merch, which isn't surprising. The biggest surprise for me was like, I think it's actually cheaper than it is in Japan. I got this Ava denim jacket at the Evangelion store, and is there a price tag on this? And this is about $500. Sorry, not $500. This is about 500 RMB, which I believe is about $60. And I'm thinking, if I bought this like in America, this would at least be like for officially licensed merch, it would possibly be closer to like $80, $90. Or probably even more. I've seen some expensive anime merch out there. I think it would even be 120. Yeah, probably. It's especially for like officially licensed Ava merch. So it's things like you can get cool stuff over there that is officially licensed that I think is actually cheaper than you can get elsewhere. So, and that was like the high end for, you know, some of the stores we can find there. Jean jacket is pretty hefty. Yeah, this is a thick jacket as well. Unfortunately, I can't wear it here in Japanese summers. This is going to be when we change seasons. But it's a pretty damn thick jacket. And Sydney got herself some Ava purses and stuff like that. But yeah, that was super surreal. Also, we ended off the trip by, hold on, get rid of this first. We ended off the trip by going to Howlin's studio. We filmed a video together. We filmed an interview. Mostly, I mean, it was meant to be about 2B Hero X, but I kind of was more interested in Howlin himself and his kind of like story and just his perceptions on Donghua and where the Chinese animation industry is going to be headed. Because more and more, I don't know about you guys, but it used to be a few years ago where it was like we'd get like one Chinese like Donghua coming out that would gain like some decent hype, And now it seems like when I log into Twitter, there's always like one new clip about some crazy animation, and and a lot of the times it is from a donghua. It is from a donghua, and I've been doing these every time I do these seasonal videos now. There is normally one donghua that sneaks its way into the list as something that looks like it's going to be good. Obviously, this season it's Lord of Mysteries. Last season it was To Be Hero X. But there's always like one or two shows that keep sneaking in now. So I was interested to hear what he had to say about what he thinks the future is going to be. So look forward to that video when it's out. He also showed me some of the unaired episodes of To Be Hero X. I know this is gonna sound totally fucking paid for, sponsored, whatever. But I will say that some of the later episodes, and I choose my words very carefully, okay, has some of the coolest sequences of animation that I've seen in an animated TV series. Like, holy fucking shit. You can say hashtag ads, but I will wait for the episodes to come out and you can judge with your own eyes, because my fucking god. Sellout? Yeah, okay. You can say that now. It sounds bad, but you all have eyes. You can judge for yourself. Some of the stuff he showed me, and some of the stuff that is some of the episode that he showed me that is not aired yet was like, it was some genuinely mind-bending stuff. I haven't felt this way since I think I remember when, you know, I first watched Inception, and some of the visuals in there were just fucking mind-blowing for the time. It kind of reminded me of the first time I saw Inception in theaters, where in animation form, I was like, my fucking god, this is up there. Some of the coolest shit. This is up there for an animated TV series, as with some of the sequences of Arcane. You know, I was like, you've done some genuinely impressive shit. Bro isn't caught up, so I believe at the end of the episode that has just aired for To Be Hero X, you get a taste. You just get a taste. you get a taste, man. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything more. But you already have a taste. Anyone who is caught up to Be Hero X, that is just the tip of the iceberg, man. That is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, oh my god, I was floored. And I also was lucky enough to show him Ban as well, which super surreal moment, because it was this moment where I was like, damn, I get to be shown something, and then I get to show a creator that I truly respect, something that I've made. And I was like, this is I'm so grateful that I got that opportunity, because you guys don't know this, and he didn't know this until I told him. But Link Click inspired me a lot when I was writing Ban. Not so much in the storyline, but I rewatched the first 5 or 6 episodes of Link Click at least 5 times in the making of Ban, because I was just looking for inspiration about how do I tell a story within the span of about 20 minutes. So I was just watching a bunch of shows, a bunch of anime that I remembered telling a really compelling story within the span of about 20 minutes. And the first season of Link Click has, like, the first 6 episodes or so many of those stories are kind of like self-contained stories that also have this longer overarching plot line in it. But but a lot of the stories, you know, have that emotional payoff within just one episode. And so I was like, okay, how do I go about doing this? How do I structure this? And Link Click influenced me a lot. Link Click influenced me a lot, not only as a fan, but now also as a creator. So it was super surreal to be sitting next to the person who had inspired me and even influenced me on some of the work that I had done. And then he was one of the first persons, one of the first people I got to show it to. Super nervous. It was super nerve-wracking. I don't think you understand. But he really enjoyed it. And I was damn. How do I put that feeling into words, man? Just it ended. He gave me a clap, and I was just like, oh my god, how do I I don't know how to process this right now, man. I actually don't know how to process this right now. He was honestly just really, really supportive, and he gave me a lot of advice as well. Not on Barn itself, but honestly, just as a creator as well. He is someone who is very, very supportive of young creators. And it was one of the most surreal moments in my life where I was actually getting some kind words from a creator whose work I deeply respect. And then we had lunch and we just hung out and we talked a bunch. Actually, how old is he? I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I don't know if that information is public. I'm going to go risk-free. But comparatively, he is a younger creator than a lot of other people I've met in the industry. And goddamn, he's fucking cool, man. he's just a cool dude. He is a cool fucking dude, man. He is him, yeah. He is fucking him, man. Oh man, actual Sigma male. How was the food though? Oh, food went hard. Food went so goddamn hard, man. Does he speak English? Invite him to Trash Taste. So he speaks some very, very basic English, not enough to be able to invite him to Trash Taste, but we did have a translator with us. But yeah, we, you know, he mostly can speak some very, very basic, very, very basic English. But yeah, honestly, just a really, really cool dude. I'm trying to remember the conversation we had, because I will be honest, I was having a moment where now that I look back, I'm like, shit, I don't remember anything. Shit, I was so nervous that this is kind of just a blur to me. I got to look back at my footage to see what we were talking about, because I don't remember a lot of what we were talking about. Did you interview him like how you did Makoto Yukimura? Yeah, I think it's going to be a similar style to that video. But I think this one is going to be more focused on, I guess, the rise of Chinese animation. Maybe the translator took notes. Yeah, I'll have to ask the translator. Coming on YouTube soon. Yes, it will be. What did he recommend in terms of donghua/anime? It's super interesting because talking to him, there's a lot of Chinese animation that comes out, and it kind of reminds me of what the culture was with Japanese anime, like 20 years ago, where some of the most popular Chinese animation are not something that is traditionally localized. Localized to other languages. A massive part of Chinese animation right now is actually 3D animation. I don't know I don't know how much you are into the Donghua kind of like culture, but the traditional 2D animation that you see coming from Chinese animation, that is actually like a small that is a small slice of the type of shows that they make there, and a lot of other shows that they make there that are also immensely popular is 3D animation, and it's more akin to less inspired by Japanese anime, and it's more reminiscent of traditional Chinese soap operas. It kind of hits that area a bit more. 2D animation is actually more of a niche over there compared to the other type of animation, which I think is more comparable to Asian soap operas and maybe some of the stuff you'd catch my mum watching. Are we going to talk about manga? We are going to talk about manga. Don't worry about it. From what I've heard, quite a few CN bros like cartoon. Quite a few CN bros like cartoon animations. Yeah, I know. I'm honestly coming into this as an outsider. This was very much a learning trip for me. Do you have any examples? Let me see if I can bring up an example. Because there was one massive one that they showed me. Shit, how do I bring this up? Is this on my anime list or something? Hold on a second. Okay. Let me see if I can find this. See, I don't even think this is on my anime list. Okay, of course this is a cultivation. of course this is cultivation, but they were telling me about this one. I wonder if this is on my anime list. Oh, it is. That is the wrong screen. So they were telling me about this one, A Record of a Mortal's Journey to Immortality, which I'd never heard of this. Super niche here in the West, I guess. And they told me that in Thailand, at least, in Thailand, for this past month, this had a bigger viewership than One Piece. from the data that Billy had, this beat out One Piece in terms of like viewership, and I was like, this is insane. What? I was like, I've never heard of this before. Huh? What? Yeah, your mum watched that, and I look. It's like 3D. It's a 3D animation, so it's like not something that I would typically watch or something. But you know, it was like, it was super interesting just to see this everywhere. I had heard briefs of it, but it's this popular. Yeah, I did not know it was just this popular, and it probably is not, you know, kind of like the viewership of, you know, my kind of like fan base or my kind of viewership, but yeah, I saw how big it was over there, and they were telling me, you know, some of the data behind it, and I was like, oh shit, this is insane that I'd never heard of it, and it's just this big. Just shows how much of a little bubble that you can be in sometimes. Man, this gets a Mal page, but not Scott Pilgrim. Oh, it do be like that sometimes. Oh, hello. Thank you, hon. Feeling better? For now? Has your fever gone down? A little bit? Yeah, Sydney also had a little bit of a fever. We're just both recovering. We're both recovering just a little bit. Best girl is sick. I know, but luckily it didn't hit me. Like she had a really high fever last night, and for some reason, whenever Sydney gets like dangerously ill and like really high fever, I always get something, but I'm like, oh, I feel a little toasty, and then that's it, and then that was, and then that's all I feel about it. But yeah, that was essentially my trip to China. You can see a little bit more of it in the vlog. Thank you so much. Thank you, Howlin, for inviting me, and thank you for being such an awesome dude and such a supportive dude as well. Thank you for all your work, and thank you for your kind words after seeing my stuff as well. You'd be like, man cold, never heard of it. But aside from my trip to China, I also had my premiere of Ban, which I will talk about because I have a lot to say. It was a big day. Oh, thank you very much, Hoshikudaki, for the 10 gift subs. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Did you see his tweet announcing the new To Be Hero X episode, and he added the emoji eyes over the photo you took together? He's so funny. Yeah, oh, I completely forgot about that. Oh, let me see if I can find it. I felt so bad. Because we took a picture together. We took a picture together just to commemorate the occasion, and hey, we took a photo on my phone and a photo on his phone, and this was the photo that I got, and his eyes were half closed in it, and he had to be like, yo, thank you so much for coming. Also, by the way, guys, my eyes don't normally look like that. And damn, I hang out with him, and I'm like, shit, I have hope. I have hope at my age. Look at him, man. Look at those fucking calves. Damn, bro does not skip leg day. And then he used that image on his new tweet promoting To Be Hero X. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, meeting Howlin gives me hope that if I can be as cool as him if he can be as cool as he is at his age, then that gives me hope that I still have a future. Let me just shave this beard off and lose a few years. Bro doesn't age. I know, right? I know. Holy shit. Thank you very much. Lord, I don't know how to read that. Lord Al Gammons for the 25 gift subs. Thank you, man. Thank you. We need more of X. We definitely do need more of X. Dye your hair. I don't know why. I feel like if I dye my hair, sometimes I know influencers and streamers who dye their hair, and I'm like, I feel like it's the streamer equivalent of going through your midlife crisis. Sometimes I see it and I'm like, okay, you're in that phase of your streaming career. Okay. You're gonna go bald? I am gonna go bald eventually. I know I'm gonna go bald. Don't worry about that. I see what my dad looks like. I know bald Gant is coming eventually. I'm fighting it off. I'm fighting it off as best as I can. But it is going to come eventually. I know it is. To Be Here X got to end with a bang. I'm sure it will, man. I'm sure it will. But I want to talk a little bit about the shit. This has gone on for a lot longer than what I thought it was going to be. I guess this stream is storytime stream. We haven't even gotten to the manga recommendations. I guess this stream is storytime stream since we have a lot to catch up to. But I am getting a message that I gotta shout something out. This is only going to be like a quick 10-15 minutes, and then I'll tell you all about the barn premiere. Because I got to give a quick shout out to Asus ROG, who are kindly sponsoring my storytime stream, I guess. Oh shit, I'm showing it. Well, there was nothing there was nothing bad about that anyway. Okay, well, luckily you guys already saw the talking points, but they just want me to talk about this stuff for like 10 minutes and just have the link on screen. So thank you very much, Asus, for being a very chill partner to work with. There we go. So guys, before we get to the manga recommendations and the barn premiere, just wanted to give a quick shout out to Asus for sponsoring this next segment of the stream. Because if you did not know, I am a partner with ROG, and they send me a bunch of stuff, and there is a sale going on right now, which you can take part in if you click that link in the pinned chat. And honestly, everything that I use right now when I'm traveling has been Asus stuff. So they wanted me to talk about the Strix. This is a laptop that they sent me a few months ago. And I will say, guys, this is an absolute beast, okay? 14-inch or 60. Does this look like a 14-inch? Look how big this is, man. Look how big this is, but This is the laptop that I've been using. This is the laptop I've been using whenever I travel. And it's just made traveling a whole lot easier. I don't even have any talking points. They just wanted me to talk about my experience because they know how much I use it. If I stream abroad, and the last streams that I've done abroad have been using this laptop. If I've not been in my Japanese office, this is the laptop that I've been using. It's all been done through a laptop. That includes some streams, like my Elden Ring Night Rain stream, which was even more seamless than using this fucking PC. I actually think this laptop has been, like, no joke guys, this laptop has been more reliable than than this PC. Granted, this PC I'm using is not the Asuka PC. It is a little bit older. So right now this laptop is actually more powerful than the PC I am streaming on right now. And yeah, it is an absolute beast. I've edited on this laptop, I've gamed on this laptop, I've streamed on this laptop. It's just made it so that when I travel personally, I don't need to worry about having a setup because I'm just bringing my entire setup with me everywhere I go. And so if it can handle the type of shit that I throw at it, guaranteed it'll be able to handle whatever shit you throw at it, because I assume you're not streaming AAA games like I am. So whatever you want to throw at it, it is going to be able to do whatever you want it to do. So right now, the ROG Strix G16 is on sale. As you can see, it has a... you can get different graphics cards. I think this is the 5060 version. They gave me one of the best versions, or might even be even better than that. There are other products too. Yes, of course, there is the ROG Strix G16, all different versions with different GPUs and different processors that you want. But they got other stuff as well. And is it on sale right now? They got desktops as well, motherboards. So if you are looking to kind of like upgrade your setup, or even if you're like me and you need to game and work on the go, pretty much, of course I get free stuff from ROG, but I have transferred everything over to the hardware. As you guys know, I use the gaming console quite a lot as well. It's just been genuinely, ROG has been one of my favorite partners because I genuinely use most of the stuff they send me. Sometimes they send me too much stuff and I'm like, I do not know how to use this because you've already sent me some amazing hardware. The ROG Ally is the best. Oh, my one's upstairs. My one is upstairs. The ROG Ally genuinely has been a godsend. Whenever I travel, I have my ROG Ally X everywhere I go. It's been my gacha machine, but it's also been my gaming machine in case I want to play something else other than gacha. And yeah, right now, all of their stuff in terms of like laptops and some PCs are on sale. So you can do so. You can get in on their sale right now by clicking that link in the pinned chat. Or you can head over to rogaces.com. Look, I'm gonna. This means nothing to me. That was me without talking points, but I have some stuff. I have some gamer terms. I have some gamer terms, and if this means anything to you, I've already said my personal piece without talking points. But the The gaming laptops have up to Intel Core Ultra 9 processor with 275 hertz, up to 65 watt TDP, up to NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090 laptop GPU with 175 max TGP, an end-to-end vapor chamber paired with sandwiched heatsink, tri-fan technology, and conductor naught extreme liquid metal on GPU and CPU, and a 16-inch 2.K Nebula HDR display with mini LED over 2K dimming zones, 16 by 10 aspect ratio, 240 hertz, and 100% DCI P3 and ACR technology. Guys, does that mean something to you? Because as a game, as me, here's what I hear. Here's what I hear, guys. Ooh, this one has an HDMI port and a fucking and an audio port and other ports as well. Okay, that's all I need. He has an Ethernet port as well. Okay, no more dongles. No more dongles. That's what I need, baby. So thank you very much to ROG for sponsoring this part of the video. And you can get in on their sale by clicking that link in the pinned chat, guys. So, back to Barn, I guess. Back to Barn. Let's have a bit of music in the background. Why not? Back to story time. So, I premiered Barn. How long has it been now? How long has it been? Jesus, it's been that long. I premiered Barn 2 weeks ago. God damn, it's been 2 weeks. Oh my god. It's been 2 weeks since Barn. And I was very, very thankful and happy that my parents got to attend. And not only that, a bunch of people were able to attend. So many of my friends came out to show their support. Very, very thankful for it. And before I get to the premiere, I just want to say what hosting my parents was like. Because this is actually the first time I've hosted my parents in Japan. Normally, when I get time off, I like to fly to Thailand to hang out with them. So they're getting pretty old now. So traveling is not something that they do too often. So I'd much rather travel to them. And first thing that happens is that they land. And I'm like, Mom, Dad, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to show you all of the amazing food, all of the great restaurants. I can't wait to take you around. You know, you're gonna be eating like a king and queen every single day. And the first thing my mom says is she looks at me and she goes, yeah, that's cool and everything. Where's the nearest supermarket? Where's the nearest supermarket? Because I'm going to be cooking some stuff, and I need to know where the nearest supermarket is. First thing she does, the first fucking thing she does, is ask me for where the nearest supermarket is. The second thing she does is we get home and I'm like trying to settle them in. The second thing she does is she goes, damn, can I clean this place? Can I clean this, please? Will you let me clean? And I'm like, Mom, you're on holiday. Why are you coming here and asking to clean my room, clean my house? And so she comes in and she just, by the way, me and Sydney did clean the house before they came, but it wasn't clean enough. She was like, this can be cleaner. I would like to clean the room. My dad comes in, he settles down, gets on the couch and just starts relaxing. My mum, first thing, asks where the supermarket is. Second thing, starts cleaning the house. Third thing, goes to the supermarket. Fourth thing, starts cooking. I didn't ask her to do this. This sounds bad because I wanted them to relax. I wanted them to just come here as a holiday and not have to do any work. I'm just saying, this was on her. She chose to do this. Because if we had any friends come round and they would just see, they come in and they see my mum cleaning up and then cooking me dinner and cooking for us, I was thinking, damn, this looks bad on me, because it was like I invited my mum over for a holiday and I get her to clean the room and cook for me. Oh my god. But yeah, she comes in, she cleans and cooks, and okay. It was a fire meal. Maybe I am a terrible son. Maybe I am a terrible son for letting my mum do all that, but god damn, that meal was fire, man. I missed her cooking so much. Mums will be mums. Oh man, yeah. So that was the first meal that we had after they landed in Japan. I wanted to take them out to a nice dinner, but we ended up just eating my mum's meals, and that was nice. I did take them to some nice to try some Japanese food eventually, though. Did your dad complain about the electricity cost? No, not in this summer. My dad is like, you know what? Keep the air conditioning running. This summer is way too hot. Oh man. Wait, what was the meal? So of course I had my mum, and this is how you know she actually bought some Thai curry paste. So like her own Thai curry paste from Thailand, to be like, all right, this is, I'm prepping for this. This is her holiday. She's already prepped for it. From the homeland. Here's some Thai curry from the homeland. Oh man. So I take care of them, or I should say they take care of me, but they were mainly here for the premiere. Nabi did tweet about it, I think. Oh my god, I completely forgot about this. Yeah, we had a Trash Taste recording, and I completely forgot about this. Bro, thank you for reminding me. Most Asian mum be doing Asian mum things. So we had a Trash Taste recording, and my parents were like, yo, can we sit in on the Trash Taste recording? And I'm like, Mum, you know, it is technically my work, you know, it is an office. I don't know if, you know, maybe Joey and Connor wouldn't be comfortable with that. I don't know, which I'm sure they would be, but, you know, I was just like, you know, you can come over and I'll give you a tour of the office. But, you know, remember that even though I am your son, this is a working day. Just, if anyone's working, just let them work, you know. And she's like, okay, I got it. So I'll be like, okay, you can stay for a little bit, maybe pop over for like an hour or two. And so at the premiere, she meets Connor, and and she's like, hey, Connor, so Gant didn't want us to go to the Trash Taste studio, but I thought I would ask you, are we allowed to come to the Trash Taste studio and sit in on one of your recordings? If you do, I can bring over a bunch of curry and a bunch of food that I made. And of course, she knew Connor's weak point, man. She knew Connor's weak point. she was like, I will bribe him with food. And Connor was like, yes. God said, no. I'm telling you right now, you come over, and you can sit in for as long as you want, as much as you want. Please come over. So we're sitting here for a Trash Taste recording. My mum comes in, and I was surprised. They bring in like 3 different dishes. I think they cook enough curry. There's only a few of us in the Trash Taste recording studio that day. And I don't even know when she had time to cook all this. She brings a fucking banquet. Like, she brings enough food to feed 10 people. And there are like 5 of us there. And in between Trash Taste recordings, we just Connor, Joey, myself, and the Trash Taste staff members, we just fucking pig out. And we're so fucking full that we need to take an hour break or something before our next recording, because we are literally we are literally in a food coma. So yeah, my mum bought some curry to the Trash Taste office, the Trash Taste studio. I can't believe that she bribed them with food, and it worked. But of course it did, and they got to sit in for one of the recordings for Trash Taste. Your mum is so cheeky, Lamau. I know, man. I know that she purposely targeted Connor as well. I know your tactics, Mum. You know Connor's weak to that shit. You know, when it comes to like good food, Connor will literally turn the world upside down so he can get a good fucking meal. She saw the weak link, and she was like, I know what my in is. She was locked in on the white dude. Oh my god. But yeah, so that was the tweet that Nabi tweeted out, where they were just eating a bunch of my mum's homemade curry. We didn't finish it, unfortunately. It was impossible to finish, but we did eat a fuck ton. So yeah, I was very, very grateful to have them over for the barn premiere, and I don't know if anyone here was actually at the premiere, since it was it was sold out, which was my biggest worry, because I don't know how big my audience here is in Japan, but we managed to sell out of tickets for this one premiere, and I was definitely nervous. It's a different kind of nervous to me going on stage for the Trash Taste show and everything like that, because for those kinds of shows, I'm nervous because I have to perform, because I am the show and I have to perform. In this case, in the case of the barn premiere, the show is already done. And I am just sitting down watching other people watch what I have made. And I think that is even more nerve-wracking, actually. That was actually even more nerve-wracking, because I was like, I was fully immersed in the moment, as opposed to just running on adrenaline and just spewing whatever stuff I can think of on stage. I think the worst part is, I don't know if you've watched the episode of Trash Taste where I have my pre-show routine where I listen to the same song, and I kind of walk around. For me, when I'm nervous, I need to move. I need to walk around. But for this premiere, because it's a premiere, I just had to sit there in the chair and wait and watch as people come in and just sit still. There was no back room. There wasn't staff room. It was just a normal cinema. And it just made it worse for me. But thankfully, had all my friends there supporting me. Connor was there. Joey was there. Pete was there. Emily Didas. Onigiri Onibro. Maylin was there. I'm trying to remember every single person. Dylan Goo was there. Rob CD was there. In fact, we had to turn away some people who I really, really wanted to invite just because we didn't expect the tickets to sell out as quickly as we did. So we didn't have as many tickets as we thought. Sydney was there. Did I forget Sydney? Sydney was always going to be there. That was always a given, my guy. That was always the given. But yeah, a few people couldn't make it. Chris couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was in England. Demon Dice Karen couldn't make it. I believe she was attending a convention at the time. So, you know, it was still a packed cinema and a packed theater. And I will say that I think it went well. I mean, I don't want to say too much after... I don't want to say too much before we finally get to release this in public. But it was one of the most surreal moments of my life. Going up on stage and kind of like presenting this thing that I've been working on for, I guess, 2 years now. And this thing that I've been working on is only an 18 minutes animation. I remember saying at the premiere, I was like, I've been on the other side where you watch something and you're like, damn, that's it? Only 18 minutes, only 20 minutes, one single episode? I'm like, damn, I wanted more. And for me, being on the other side of things now, I'm like, shit, bruv, this is 2 years of my life, man. Goddamn, I sacrificed 2 years of my life for this and all this money. But I mean, the reaction that I got from this premiere, I couldn't be more fucking grateful to be able to, you know, whether people liked it or whether people didn't like it, I was so fucking grateful just to be able to share something that I've poured my soul into, and honestly sharing something that I see as an extension of myself in some ways. And just to be able to share that with people who not only care about me, with my friends and family, but just people who wanted to be there. And the reaction that the reactions that I got was something that I will remember for the rest of my life. I think the biggest thing that I was really grateful about is there was this moment after the premiere ended. So what happens, there's been a lot of people asking, why was this a 2-hour showing? So it was a 2-hour showing. We announced some stuff and I showed off a little bit of my documentary there as well. And also we had a short Q&A segment. And it was in the Q&A segment that I think it genuinely started to hit me. I don't know why it was the Q&A segment. It wasn't the initial reaction and applause afterwards. It was the Q&A segment. Because normally, when I go to panels, I've done Q&As before at anime conventions and stuff, and no shade to anyone who has ever asked me a question or anything like that. But I definitely get asked the same questions a lot. And that's just how it's going to be when you have a fan base that knows you for a certain reason. You know, you get asked the same questions a lot. You kind of go on autopilot a lot, and you're like, okay, we've done this before. I've answered these questions before. I've been asked these questions before. And it was in the Q&A segment. The biggest thing that was weird was I don't think I barely got a question about myself. Because normally the subject of the Q&A is an excuse for people to ask trash taste questions, or questions about myself, or questions about how do I do YouTube videos, or question about YouTube videos. Most of the questions I got asked was just about Ban, just about the lore, about the characters, about the meaning of some shit, about the meaning of some of the stuff in it. And I was like, holy shit, they actually they actually cared about it. Number one, some people were asking questions that really made me feel like, damn, they were actually locked in and they cared about what they just watched. And the fact that they cared about what they had just watched and were thinking about it just made me feel so fucking filled me up with such gratitude that I just couldn't be happier. And I've never been more happy in a Q&A section before. And generally the reaction, of course, is from my friends and family. They've been very supportive and very positive. But the thing that I've been very happy about is that a lot of people in the after party, there were a lot of people in the after party, outside of telling me congratulations, well done, Evangelion moment, Ava clap and all that, they were genuinely just asking me questions, and they were thinking about it, and I think that was the part that made me just that hit me the most. It wasn't that I had just made something. It was that I had made something that was enough to linger on in people's minds, even if it was just that night. Even if it was just that night, something that I had made had people thinking about what they just watched. And I guess that was part of the main reason I made this. It wasn't so much to make a successful show. It wasn't so much to make something that was going to get a lot of views. I think I just wanted to make something that could connect with some people. It didn't need to connect with everyone, but I think if I could just connect to just a few people and get people thinking about what I had put into this project, then that would have made all of this hard work in my mind worth it. And I really, really hope that when this premieres, that you guys enjoy it. Even if you don't enjoy it, that's fine. I'm grateful that you can just give 20 minutes of your time to watch something that I've made. That's all I really care about. If you gave up some of your time, some of your attention, just for a little bit, just for little me, then I will be more than happy. That's more than I could hope for. And if you like it, and that's a nice bonus. So I didn't think I was gonna get emotional. I'm just remembering all the emotions that.
What was your most critical comment or question regarding Bond itself? Maybe something that had you thinking if you had a moment like that.
What was the most critical comment or question? Oh. There was some stuff which I don't know if I can say because I don't want to spoil it. I'm trying to think of the questions that I can say without actually spoiling the shorts. You know what? I'm not going to answer that. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot more questions after this anime has publicly has publicly come out. And after it's out in the public, I will answer all of the fucking questions. I will answer all of the questions. But it does have a release date. Not a release time per se, but a release date. Because get this out. God, do you know what's weird? Small tangent. Do you know what's weird? What's weird is that I was thinking about doing an anime news stream today. I was thinking about doing an anime news stream, and so sometimes I go to like anime news websites just to check up on, you know, some of the anime news that has been announced, and it's just fucking surreal when I'm just scrolling through. If this loads. When I'm just scrolling through news feeds, and I'm like, there's me. There is myself. So I can just go through the news feed. So Barn will be premiering on my YouTube channel, my Gigguk YouTube channel, on September 20th. And my intention with it is to do a launch watch party here on Twitch. It's not going to be like a premiere or anything like that, but that is why there is no current time on there right now, because we are figuring out exactly what time I want the launch party to be. But we will have a small launch party here on my Twitch channel as well. It'll be going up on my Gigguk YouTube, channel on September 20th. And not only that, I have announced some of the staff members that are working on the dub of it as well, because I am releasing it in both Japanese sub and English dub, which we just wrapped up 2 weeks ago. And as you know, Sydney is voicing one of the main characters, Rin. Daichi will be voiced by Alex Lee. And you may notice the ADR director, in which I asked Connor to direct the ADR of it. And the entire dub is being produced by Diana Garnett, who has done some previous voice work, as you can see on screen, but she also helps produce some of the recording for some of the Hoyoverse games as well. So yeah, I kind of called all of the favors that I had built up. Part of the big reason that we kind of had to produce this dub independently, as opposed to going to a company to do it, is, I think I said this before, I decided to do the dub, I think 2 weeks before the anime finished production. If I didn't self-fund this, there is no way this could have been made. So this was basically made independently, mostly to be able to do this in time. Mostly so that we weren't mostly so we weren't stuck in paperwork hell. And thankfully, throughout my years of doing YouTube and just being in the anime industry, I have met a lot of talented fucking people who I could call on to help me finish this project and do this project to the highest quality. And yeah, everyone did a great fucking job. So luckily on YouTube now, there won't be two separate uploads. Both the English track and the Japanese track will be on the same upload, since you can switch language tracks within the YouTube upload itself. Outside of that, it will be premiering with multiple subtitles available. Obviously, English subtitles will be available. Wait, in one video? Yes, in one video. What's ADR direction? ADR direction is basically the voice direction. So if you watch Connor's Fixing Anime Voice Acting YouTube series, basically similar to that, where his job is to get the best performance out of all of the voice actors. But there will be multiple subtitles available. Do I have the list with me? Let's see if I have the list with me. So this is what we could get out in time for the premiere. We might add more languages as and when, depending on how well this project does. But the subtitles that will be available will be obviously English, Japanese, Chinese, Thai, Indonesian, Vietnamese, Russian, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. So those are the languages that we can definitely get done in time. As I said, there might be more languages coming out in the future, as and when. Localization takes a lot of time, man. Mr. Beast level of localization. Well, we got one chance to do this, man. British English or US English? Bro, same fucking thing, man. Same fucking thing. It's gone English. Okay, I will say for the English subs, I did very much have a close look at the English translations for it. So obviously I don't speak every one of these languages, but at least for the English translation and subtitles, I did play a part into it, just because some of the lines more closely represent my original screenplay, as opposed to being a direct one-to-one translation. So it's gone English, I guess. BBC approved localization. Oi there, mate. Is there a bloody isekai gate right there? Yeah. Now let's just do Australian English. Why not, man? Why not? Any brain rot subtitles? That will actually come with the Barn in minutes. with Barn in minutes, we'll have the brain rot. We'll have the brain rot subtitles to come with it. Will there be an abridged version? Look, it's already in minutes, man. It's a single anime episode. I don't know how much more. The 1 minute will be like 2 fucking lines. Ban in 1 minute. Oh, man. Five minutes tops. Now, five minutes tops is ban in minutes. It's literally just how much budget you have. The entire story of Ban explained when. Look, I ain't doing that. If other people want to make content out of it, that is fine by me. But I've had a lot of questions about the soundtrack as well, and the soundtrack won't be coming out on the same day as the premiere. But currently we are looking to release the soundtrack. I think we can do it roundabouts a week afterwards when I get an exact date of when the soundtrack of Ban will release. I will obviously say that as well. But that will be released on all platforms, not just YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff as well. And that's going to be coming through Kevin's channels. I want to see the anime man try to explain Ban just for the chaos to reign. Badly explaining the entire story of Ban, long version. Is Ban going to be in your anime of the year video? Well, it's definitely going to get a mention. I'm not going to put it in any of the slots, obviously, because I am very, very biased towards it. The most unbiased you can possibly be, in fact. But of course, I got to mention it somewhere in the video. Honorable mentions. Honorable mention. Just as, hey guys, hey, I did a thing. I'm actually so hyped, man. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, it's 2 weeks away, guys. Is it 2 weeks away? Fuck. It's two weeks away. Do you have extra lore of Ban as the author? Yes, I do definitely have extra lore of Ban as the author. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll have a lot more to say about my overall plans and, you know, Ban as a whole after it's out. But just right now, I'm not going to say too much more about the lore, about the story, about everything itself, because I just want you guys to watch it. Right now, all I'm focused on is just making sure that this release goes okay, and then we can maybe talk about what comes after this thing is already out. Well, I just got a message. Wait, there's already a Ban review out? Is there actually? On Mal there is a review? Fuck. Oh. Do I want to read it? Do I want to read it? It's 5 out of 10 mid. Oh man. Does it spoil? It's gonna spoil. This is terrifying. Shit. Don't worry, no spoilers. Oh shit. Surprising Ban Surprising Mal has added. Oh, fuck. I'm nervous, guys. I'm fucking nervous. I'm fucking nervous. Oh. So you don't mind some serious reviews after the premiere? Of course I don't mind reviews. I'm a YouTuber. Oh. All right. Let's see this. Recommended. Okay. That's a good sign. that's a good sign, right? Oh. Okay. All right. Barn is personal. For most people, the concept of leaving home can be very foreign. The borders we create and the feelings of community are very addictive. They bind you to the place you feel like you belong. What if you didn't? Or you felt like you didn't? Barn is an isekai story, a story about two people leaving their birthplace to seek their own future. The concept of leaving home is becoming increasingly common worldwide. However, what usually isn't spoken about is the difficulties that come with it, or maybe even the feelings of finding a new home. Barn is like a small documentary, an expression of feelings that come with such a journey. This is a personal project. Oh, sorry, guys. I gotta collect myself for a moment. I'll be right back, guys. Oh. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, that was... That was that was an experience. How are you on the premiere, bro? This is I've shed enough tears while making this project, man. Oh man. Yeah, that was I guess that was my first experience reading someone's opinion of it. That was I keep saying it, that was surreal. Thank you, Chalk D, for your review. Not just because it's a positive one. Obviously, I'm very, very thankful for that. But just very, very grateful that, like I said before, the main reason I made this was just so I hope that I could connect with people, and reading that review just made me feel like at least there's one person out there who appreciated it. And it just means 2 years of my life wasn't a waste, man. I'm a bit speechless. Like, I'm a bit speechless right now. I'll be honest, guys. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be more. Look, I'm hoping for the best, preparing for the worst, but I know what the internet's like. I'm just happy, man. I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, that was a brief tangent. Go on, I said it as a joke earlier, but if I actually wanted to provide Italian subs, who should I talk to? Professionally and as a translator. So you can contact Geeks Plus. I will say that right now we probably are at capacity for what we can handle before the premiere. We have had a lot of different companies approach us in terms of like dubbing into other languages. Right now, everything that has been announced is basically everything that we could sort out in the time frame. And then if we would look into exploring other languages, other localizations, other dubs, everything will come after the official premiere. Everything will come after. We are kind of at capacity right now. Is Korean subs included on your YouTube? Right now it's not, but I would love to add it after the fact. So I'm sure there'll be more languages added. But right now, this is what we can handle for the time frame that we have. All right. We've been streaming for 2 hours. 2 fucking hours. Just yapping. Today's a yapping stream apparently. Behind the scenes when? Behind the scenes will probably come out a week after. So I wanted to release the documentary and anime within a short time frame of each other. So that will be coming out, I would say, about a week after. 2 hours of Ban China. Yeah, I mean, there was kind of a lot to catch up to. But I wanted to have a quick segment because what I want to do next is I want to ask you guys for some manga recommendations. And this is more of a casual kind of video. We're talking about manga because I had this realization after this last season where we talked about The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. And it was on the anime chart stream where we were going through the anime charts, and that was one of the biggest titles of that season. And and I had not heard of it, despite the fact that it was one of the most hyped new manga coming out. And it just reminded me how fucking out of touch I am with the manga space. Because even though I'm pretty up to date with the anime space, with the manga space, I am apparently just completely out of the loop. So I am looking for new manga recommendations. Not just manga recommendations. We can go with manhwa as well. Doesn't necessarily need to be from Japan, but I would like it to have a chance to get an anime adaptation, which in this case, more and more kind of like comics from the Asia space is getting adaptations. So, if it's a big manga of the past, I would probably have heard of it. I am looking for what you guys have been reading recently. If you guys have any recommendations, we're going to search it up on stream. Going to look at the synopsis, and I'll see if I want to add it to the list. Because I don't know what's hot. I don't know what's good. What was the one that you guys were talking about recently? Magus of the Library is goated. Check this one. I saw you guys. Let's make a list. All right. So, all right, let's try. I'm going to try getting 10 at first. Might not be 10, but let's try getting 10. What was that? Magus Library? Let me see this. Magus Library Mal. Magus of the Library. Ooh, 8.4. Okay. God, is there a better way I can show the synopsis? Okay, okay. Well, that is a pretty decent. That's a pretty decent score. Not that I go by score. Not that I go by score. Professional streamer, by the way. No, this is just my anime
Hi
list.
Garnt, congrats on your premiere.
Oh, thank
I
you.
would recommend a manga called I Had That Same Dream Again. It's a short manga around 12 chapters long. Similar vibe to the 3000 yen manga. I read it around 2020, but it has still stuck with me.
Oh, okay. I will definitely search that up after this one then. All right. Let's see. Can we get a better screen? This, please. Maybe it's on like AnyChart or something. Magus 3. Does AnyList do? Maybe here's good. Yeah, that's good. All right. Let's see this. A story about a poor boy swept away by a kind library mage and the literal magic of reading. Magus of the Library is a beautifully drawn, spirited fantasy adventure like Full Metal Alchemist for all ages. What? Guys, I'ma love it. I'ma love it, guys. Guys, #1 Full Metal Alchemist fan right here. Right here, guys. All right, you got me. In the small village of Amun lives a poor boy named Theo. Theo adores books, but because of his pointed ears and impoverished life, he isn't allowed to use the village library. As he endures the prejudice and hatred of the village, he dreams of going where such things don't exist. Afzak, City of Books. But one day, Theo chances to meet Kafna, a librarian who works for the Great Library of Afzak, and his life changes forever. Ooh, okay, okay. That sounds very, very interesting. And the genres is adventure and fantasy. Not even isekai, just adventure and fantasy. Go back to Mal for the synopsis. Bro, Mal, I guess this kind of works. Kind of works. Okay. Oh my god. Let me scroll over, Mal. Alright, this one's the longest synopsis. Alright, throughout history, books have been revered. They crystallize knowledge, link the past to the future, and convey thought itself. To protect all sorts of written text, a man known as the Magus of the Library established the central library of Afzak, the city of books. In the slums of the desert village Aman lives Theo Fumis, a young boy who loves to read. Unfortunately, people from the slums are unable to use the local library. To make matters worse, he is continually bullied by his peers due to his unusually long ears. Seeking to escape from his miserable living conditions, he dreams of one day going to Avzak. His unpleasant daily life is soon interrupted by the arrival of Kafna, elite librarian skillful enough to work at the central library. Sedona Blue, one of the Kafna, lends Theo her most cherished book. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, he is unable to finish reading it by the time the Kafna have to depart. Fortunately for Theo, Sedona renews his loan, giving him yet another reason to go to the City of Books. I mean, okay. From the art, it looks very interesting already. I'm definitely going to put this in. Magus of the library. And you know, this wouldn't be the first book-based fantasy world. I don't know if it's going to be any, like, if it's going to be reminiscent at all to Ascendance of a Bookworm. But, but hey man, there's already one. But this looking like it's going to be a different vibe. So very, very much interested in this. Very much ticks all the boxes of something that I would love. Obviously, I am just a fiend for fantasy anime or fantasy manga and fantasy stories. So I'm sure this one is going to be something that I enjoy. Hey, Gong, congratulations premiere. Would recommend a manga that's that same dream again. Is that what it's called? I too saw the same dream. I'm going to assume this is what you're talking about. Also, very, very high review score. Elementary school student Nanoka Koyanagi considers herself weird. She often uses it as an excuse to avoid doing things she dislikes, such as participating in her physical education class or getting along with her classmates. Out of concern and goodwill, her teachers assign her to find the meaning of happiness. While Nanoka thinks about her homework, she often meets Abazuri-san, a cheerful lady who helps her save a cat. Nanoka also pays regular visits to Oba-chan, an old woman spending her twilight years in the woods. One day, Nanoka gets lost in the forest and stumbles across a high school girl named Minami committing self-harm. God damn, this is getting deep, man. As Nanoka gets closer to these three unique individuals, their stories and experiences shape for her pathway towards soul-searching and self-discovery. Oh, this looks like a heavy manga. This looks like a heavy manga. And only 3 volumes as well? Only 3 volumes? Finished? Alright. Alright, you sold me. You sold me. You sold me. Let's add that to the list. It's heavy, but not traumatizing. The Horizon. SSS Class Revival Hunter is peak fiction. I've already made a video on that, and that is peak fiction. The Horizon. Oh, this is a manhwa. This is a Damn! What a with these 3-volume fucking manga. With such high ranked 59th of all time. Bro, I have not heard of this. I have not heard of this. God damn. Okay. Oh god, no. Oh no, not that one. It's heavy but really good. Bro, are you guys trying to give me depression? Is this what this manga recommendation list is? Depression speedrun? Alright, let's see this. In a world ravaged by war, a young boy... Oh my god, this is going to be deep. A young boy walks down a lonely road in the aftermath of his mother's death. Along his journey, he witnesses military tanks, dead bodies, and his beloved city in ruin. Oh my god. With eyes clouded by anguish, he pushes himself to keep moving forwards. One morning, he meets a girl in an abandoned bus where he spends the night. Moments after their encounter, the area turns into a battlefield and the pair escapes a long, abandoned lane. 2 strangers decide to walk to the end of the road, thus beginning a companionship that will ignite new hope inside their shriveled hearts. Bro, I'm gonna need therapy after these recommendations, man. All right. But you have piqued my curiosity. You've piqued my curiosity. That one sounds depressing as fuck. Frozen Garden Saga. All right, that's you guys have said this a few times. All right. Looks like a different type of manga this time. This doesn't look like Depression Speedrun. 7.91. All right, decent rating. After her village was attacked by a band of thieves, Rin has risen in order to protect her friends and the world with the help of a magic sword which contains the soul of a hero, ? A fantasy action story featuring an unprecedented heroine. Guys, what are you recommending me? I was like, all right, seems cool. Action, adventure, comedy, fantasy, erotica. What? That was not what I was expecting, guys. That was not part of the genre of what I was expecting. Honestly, really good art. Is that why the score is so high? Huh? Okay, look. I'ma put this on. Because I feel like I would need something else after the previous two titles that you guys just recommended. You know, we got to spice things up. We got to spice things up every now and again. That is my palate cleanser. All right. Okay, here's a question. I'm going to pause for a bit. What is a manga that you guys are like, this is going to be a big anime? What is a manga that you guys think, all right, an anime adaptation hasn't been announced yet, but this is going to be a fire anime. All right, I'm going to pick a random one that I see quite a lot. All right, I see Versus a lot. Okay. Never heard of it. Versus manga. Okay. Versus. Centuries ago, humanity's natural enemy, demons, invaded the world and defeated humanity. The great demon lord, is this an isekai? No, it's not an isekai. All right. The great demon lord and his generals have since dominated the world, while the human race lives on in fear. In desperation, a group of 47 people gathered from around the world undertake a last-ditch effort to save humanity from ultimate annihilation. These heroes swear to defeat the Demon Lord army and win back humanity's freedom, but they have no idea the desperate measures this battle will drive them to embrace. Okay, so this synopsis sounds like your typical shonen fantasy synopsis. One did the story of this? Oh, how have I never heard of this? All right. That alone has already got me interested. That alone. One did the story. Not a very good description. Okay, maybe it's not a good description by design. Just because something sounds like, a show that you've seen before, it's all about the execution. Check the other covers. Ooh, okay, okay. Well, I'm already sold. Holy shit. All right, that's a pretty cool design. All right, all right. I'm sold. It's a banger. All right, I'll give a volume of this a read and see how it is. All right, cool. We can easily. Looks like we are going to be easily getting 10. All right. Let your recommendations fly free, and I'm going to pick one that I see, that I keep seeing, if there is multiple ones. Okay, I see Chojin X a lot. Oh, I've seen this cover. I have seen this cover. 7.49. Is this by the same... Ah, is this from the author of Tokyo Ghoul? Yes, Tokyo Ghoul. This is such a good manga. Best ongoing manga. All right, we have a action supernatural seinen. So I'm guessing kind of similar to Tokyo Ghoul then. All right. Second year high school student Tokiko Kurohawa likes to slack off in class. However, despite his attitude at school, he works alongside his childhood friend Azuma Higashi to combat the brewing injustice in their town. To contrast to Tokiko... Oh no, it's not Tokiko, it's Tokyo. Tokyo. To contrast to Tokyo, Azuma is physically capable and rarely struggles against the common thugs the pair regularly encounter. Yet there are fights that even Azuma will not pick. Chojins, supernatural beings with powers beyond mere mortals, are entities that Tokyo and Azuma avoid at all costs. One day, when a previously defeated thug returns to exact revenge, the two are forced into a scuffle. Unable to flee from their foe, the duo injects themselves with a drug that can turn someone into a Chojin. Damn. Damn, very much Tokyo Ghoul right now. All right, instead of ghouls, we got Chojins. While the dose seemingly has no physical effect on Azuma, Tokyo grows a beak. In fear of being seen, Tokyo must now figure out how to hide his new identity as a Chojin. But it seems that there are people out there who are angry at Tokyo and Azuma's use of the Chojin drug, and they do not seem to want to stay quiet about it. It's very different from Tokyo Ghoul. Much, much better. Less edgy than Tokyo Ghoul. It's surprising you guys say that, because I enjoy Tokyo Ghoul. I very much enjoyed Tokyo Ghoul. The manga, not the anime. I think I said this in my Tokyo Ghoul video, but it definitely walks the line of like edgy and not. And I think the anime definitely went more into the edgy side. But the manga itself, there were definitely some moments where I'm like, okay, this could be edgy, or this could just be really fucking metal. So, very, very interested in that. I'm going to add that to the list. Chojin X is more goofy? Okay. Alright, how many have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 so far. Grand Blue's peak, trust bro, come on, that's Grand Blue, man. That's already got an anime. I'm not interested in anything that already has an anime. I'm interested in stuff that I can discover, because if it's an anime, I will probably know about it. Okay. What is next? Real Life also has an anime, my guy. Okay, I've seen this a few times. Free Seer? Oh, this looks different. Action, drama, psychological, seinen. Have I read this author's work before? Okay, I don't think you would like Free Seer. Free Seer is set in an alternative Japanese society that is at war and has passed a law legalizing retaliatory killings. If someone kills your loved ones, you are legally sanctioned to kill or hire someone to kill the victimizer. The manga is set around a character who works for a firm that specializes in these retaliatory killings. Damn, what is up with these heavy recommendations, you guys? That's an interesting concept, though. Interesting concept. This kind of sounds like this. What's that? No, that actually doesn't sound like that concept. When I heard legally sanctioned killings, it reminded me of the fucking American film, horror film, TV. No, I'm just The Purge. That's it, The Purge. I was like legalized killings, The Purge. Is that what we're doing here? All right. Okay, this one is pretty old, actually. 2009, it's pretty old. All right, guys, let's change up genres. Let's change up genres. Give me something lighthearted, guys. Doesn't matter. Give me something lighthearted. Could be a slice of life. Could be a romance. What is? We've had a lot of heavy ones right now. What is a new, light-hearted manga that you guys are excited for? Alright, seen that a few times. Bug Ego. Comedy, mystery, supernatural. 7.55 by just a few viewers. All right. Is this one again? Bro, what? How many series is he doing? Bro is addicted to writing, man. He cannot stop writing stories. God damn. Okay. We got some one fans in chat. Makoto Hitsugiya transfers to a new high school and meets a strange classmate named Takehiro Kokudo. Kokudo invites him to bugs, a variety of phenomena that produces certain outcomes only if specific sequential actions are performed. The phenomena can range from bird droppings appearing on a sidewalk after pressing a certain combination of vending machine buttons to being able to lift weights beyond one's normal physical limits. Gradually, Hitsugiya and Kokudo's friendship grows as they take advantage of the handy and sometimes outrageous conditions that activate bugs to transcend the laws of science and humanity. Following Kokudo's footsteps, Hitsugiya becomes addicted to triggering these anomalies. But when he discovers a bizarre set of conditions required for a ridiculous bug that could change his future, his curiosity may have serious consequences. I mean, that sounds interesting as fuck. I'll be real, that is such an out there idea, but that does sound interesting. I don't know what one's been cooking, but compared to the other one that compared to the other manga that you guys recommended of him, this sounds super interesting and super original. Anything but One Punch Man 3, bro. Yo, let's wait till it's out before we judge. Synopsis did not do versus justice. I mean, I would say that I would trust in one. So I'm going to guess that it's going to be more interesting than what the synopsis presents anyway. Okay. You know what? Let me just be specific. Romance. Give me a romance. Has to have romance in it. Next one. We haven't had a single romance. I thought you guys liked romance, guys. Thought you guys liked romance. Not a single romance recommendation? What's gonna be a big new romance anime? Nozakiana? Alright, I'm just gonna let it run for a bit just to see. Alright. This one's popped up a few times. Mayanaka Heart Tune. Damn! 8.44? Damn! Themes! Harem? Damn! Okay. Alright. I didn't specify which type of romance, but romance is romance. Actually peak anime soon? Okay. This one I gotta check out then. Alright. Genres: comedy, romance, themes, harem, school, showbiz? Yo, is this a band anime? Is this a band manga? This Yuri? My bros, is this Yuri? I don't see any guys, and I see this is a harem. Where the guys? Where the guys are straight as fuck? Where the guys at? Huh? Classic romance anime. Where the guys? Where the men? they forgot the guy. Disgusting male. No, not important. All right, let me read the synopsis. When Arisa Yamabuki was all alone in bed at night, he was able to find solace in the voice of a radio host who went by Apollo. However, one day she simply stopped broadcasting without any explanation. Years then passed, and Arisa is now a second-year high schooler. He makes it his mission to search for Apollo, as there is something he wants to tell her. He doesn't know what she looks like, or even what her real name is, but he manages to get some leads in on her in his school's broadcasting club. That's where he meets 4 girls who all dream to get a job where they can make use of his voices. Just who is Apollo, and how will these 4's dreams pants? Okay, I'm sold. This is, I'm gonna eat this shit up. I'm gonna fucking eat this shit up. I'm bros. This is probably gonna be the first one I read. Bros. It's just a. This is so good. You better read this. Man. I already know I'm gonna eat this shit up. You know? You know what it really is my taste is, guys? It's just different iterations of Love Hina. It's just like this trope of this childhood friend is this mysterious person. He doesn't know who this is. And then the harem is just finding out who the childhood friend or childhood person or childhood inspirational person is. Nisekoi? Yep. All that shit. Gone in his latest video. Romance does not interest me. Gone now. Give me that romance. Hey, this is... Look. I might be in my 30s, but sometimes my taste just doesn't change. All right, this is a good recommendation, guys. This is a good recommendation. I'm excited to read this one. Arguably one of the best rom-coms in my opinion. All right. Let's take a few more recommendations. Look up the MC. No, I don't want to look up the MC. If the MC is not important to me enough on the cover, I don't want to know. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to see. All right. I've seen this title a few times. Okay. Let's see this. Hirayasumi. It is a slice of life seinen. Okay, this looks like a wholesome one. Okay, no. 8.53 as well. Okay. A vibe manga? Right. Right, you have my attention. You have my attention. Living with Asagaya, 29-year-old Hiroto Ikuta spends his days working at a part-time job and chatting with the locals. He likes visiting Hanai Wada. Let me say that again. He likes visiting Hanai Wada most, a grumpy yet kind elderly woman whom Hiroto calls Granny. Hiroto's time with Granny is sadly cut short when she passes away from a heart attack. Aww. To his surprise, Hiroto inherits Granny's house as she has never married or had children. 3 months later, 18 years old, Natsumi Kobayashi moves from her hometown to attend art school. With nowhere else to go, she stays with her cousin Hiroto, whom she has not seen in years. Despite their opposing personalities, the pair begin living under the same roof as they struggle through their seemingly mundane life. Ooh, damn, free house in this economy? No wonder this is a made-up slice of life. Of course this is a slice of life. They get a free house. That's already wholesome. Already wholesome as fuck. Kind of like the art style kind of reminds me of like Skip and Loafer. Kind of same vibes as maybe Skip and Loafer, something that's just healing for the heart. And that has piqued my attention. Yep, I rate it higher than Skip and Loafer. That is some high words of praise that you've given there, man. That is some very, very high words of praise. All right, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that is a clean 10 right there. You know, maybe we'll add some more just in case. But I have my 10. I have my 10. Let's try... What genre have we not done? Let's try something from outside of Japan. Let's try a manhwa or manhwa. What have we got? Okay, Just gonna let it run a bit. Okay. Seen this one quite a few times. Greatest real estate. Did I spell that incorrectly? I can't spell. I found it though, guys. Real estate. Real estate. Holy shit. 8.86 ranked 29th. What? And it's an isekai? The first isekai? Okay. Okay. An isekai that is ranked this high? And I haven't read it? Alright, let me get some water quickly. This is peak? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see this. There is no bigger scum on earth than Lloyd Frontera. Wow. What a banger beginning line. He is the eldest son, yet all he does is drink and intimidate others, depleting what little is left of his family wealth. The Frontera's knight, Javier Asahan, is destined to become a renowned swordsman, and Lloyd's family will face pitiful deaths as their entire land falls to ruin under insurmountable debts. Though at this point, Kim Suho was an average civil engineer student in Korea, he suddenly wakes up on a dirt road as none other than Lloyd, an ungrateful hooligan from the beginning of a book following Javier, the protagonist. While a sassy status window offers... What? While a sassy status window offers some clarity about his new identity, Suho is rather worried about his imminent downfall. To avoid becoming a beggar and ultimately lead a sweet and comfortable life, Suho decides to fix Lloyd's scumbag image with his engineering isekai. Let's fucking go. All right. I'm interested. To avoid becoming a beggar and also what did I get to? With his engineering expertise and magical construction skill boost, Suho introduces modern innovations and city developments to this medieval-like world, drastically improving the people of quality's life, and all for a nice sum of money. Holy shit. This is like me coded to a T. This is, oh man. Oh man, I'm excited to read this one. Bro, engineering, isekai, city building. This is like the tick box of everything. This is like the tick box of everything that I like. This is hilarious. What is this? This is a adventure, comedy, fantasy, isekai reincarnation. It is almost completed also. So I'm jumping in at the right time, it seems. Plus the faces. Is there like images? Bro, what? What? Look up some of his faces. The greatest faces. Yo. What the fuck? Someone made a collage of all of their faces. That fucking... What is the context of this face? Yo. Me during my engineering degree. Me realizing I have 24 hours to submit my dissertation. Oh man, okay. I am very, very interested in this one. That's for me to discover. All right, I think that is a good starting list. I think that is a good starting list. Unless there is something massive that I am missing. Free run vibes, elf, isekai. Is there a genre we haven't hit yet? I'm trying to think if there's a genre we haven't hit. We've got the isekai, we've got the fantasy, slice of life, romance, sci-fi. Oh yeah. Any sci-fi manga? Let's go sci-fi. Let's go sci-fi. Is there any sci-fi manga that you would like to recommend? Could be anything. Cosmos. Actually a great... You know what? I'm going to catch up to Cosmos. Because, okay. We'll add Cosmos for the sci-fi. Even though I have actually already read a little bit of this. But I didn't read too much. But I read this because it was on the next manga awards. And that's the only reason I read this one. Rebuild World have an anime announced. Let me see this. Ooh, okay. Action, sci-fi, seinen. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll try something new. Hunters brave the ruins of a long-dead civilization at the behest of the corporate city-states who thrive on its... the fuck is this word? Detritus? I know English. A dead organic manner such as plant remains, animal waste. I've never heard of this word before. How have I never heard of this word before? What? Bro didn't take bio class. I'm an engineer. Another French word, innit? Okay. Hunters brave the ruins of a long dead civilization at the behest of the corporate city-states who thrive on its detritus. Amidst the decay like powerful artifacts of ancient technology eclipsing anything the corporations can develop. For a few successful hunters, the search of these relics is a road to untold riches. For most, it's a shortcut to slaughter at the hands of mutant bioweapons and robotic sentinels. And for those trapped at the bottom of society, it's the only way out. Akira is uneducated, underfed, and unprotected. Just another homeless kid in the sprawling slums between the walls of Kugamayama City and the deadly wastelands which surround it. Relic hunting offers his only hope of crawling his way out to a better life outside the slums. But his first desperate foray into the ruins threatens to end his brief life until he meets a mysterious incorporeal woman named Alpha. Okay. Power fantasy? Power fantasy? Is this? This kind of tickles. I'm reading the synopsis and I'm like, I look at the art. Let me see more of the art. Oh, it's a power fantasy. Oh, it's a power fantasy. That character design, I'm like, oh, yep, probably one. Sometimes I can tell the power fantasy by the character designs, but it does tickle the genres that I like and the things that I look out for. Damn, these character designs, man. Okay. Do you know what this reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of, there's another isekai that came out where it's a guy where it's a world where there are different races and then the world gets reset so that humans are at like the bottom rung because they lost the war or something, and only one guy remembers this. Why does no one remember my world? Yeah, that's the one. This kind of reminds me of that in terms of the vibe of the art style a little bit. But I enjoyed that one. Probably gonna enjoy this one. This is going to be. Oh, some tea.
It's not hot anymore.
Even though you're ill, you're still.
I made it because my throat hurt.
Oh, thank you, honey.
The medicine's working though, so my fever's gone for a bit.
Oh, your fever's gone? That's good. All right. Okay. Where did my note disappear? What the fuck happened to this? All right. Okay, thank you very much all for this manga recommendation list. Thanks, guys. I've also got a lot of new reads. Yeah. This was mostly for me. Maybe I'll make a video if these manga end up being really good.